Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back again with Eldrazi ramp. No changes made. I will keep this hand. Looking for a payoff here of Devourer. Either that or another enabler. No, I've used Devourer as the payoff, of course. Looks like we could be in a mirror match, so we definitely do need early interaction. Play draw probably, if not 1000%, matters a ton here. I mean, I'm half tempted to maybe find a lab with Devourer so we can get Karn out onto. That might be the right play. First, let's see if this is truly a mirror match. We should know, for the most part, right away. It could, of course, be Tron, but nope, that's 1000% the mirror match. Okay, so we now know for certain that it's Eldrazi ramp versus Eldrazi ramp. Stomping Grounds tapped, so they have a slower hand, but should mean we're in a good position. Yep, we're gonna go lab, Devourer, Talisman, pass, and pass. Next turn we'll crack Heath, Utopia Sprawl for mana neutral, Karn. At most they do here is Malevolent Rumble. Yep. So they found Karn, K command, Rumble. I imagine they grab Karn. Windswept Teeth, okay. Windswept Teeth, fetch. Forest. Utopia Sprawl on Forest. Pay with Talisman. On red. Karn the Great Creator. Now you do play the interesting game of if they also have a Karn or not. I mean, if they do, we probably just end up grabbing a Flute. If they don't, then Local Metal Coating is correct. So let's just assume they don't. And grab the coating and pass. At most they have 5 mana this turn, so I think we're in a good spot. Windswept Teeth, do they just have a Karn? Would have been a really slow hand. Not one that I think I would have kept. The nice part about this too is they have no protection, so we can actually hit them down with Talisman. We want to probably ramp into something of relevance soon, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll probably go Catacombs first. Taking up if Karn is correct here. So there's a few options we can go with. We see that they're clearly on a slow hand. They've done nothing with Karn. So I think what we actually do here is we minus with Karn. And this is why I do like keeping Disruptor Flute here. We're gonna name Karn the Great Creator. I think they're banking on Karn. And I think now they're going to pay for that. So we can go 2, 4, 5, 7 next turn. So Verdant Catacombs and pass. We'll hold up the ability to respond, just in case we need to. 4. So back to 4 mana. Mycospawn, Chrysalis, they have good options. It is a Mycospawn, won't really do too much if they ramp. Chrysalis is a bit different though. Goes a bit wider, does ramp, non-interactable. That is fine. I'll pass the end step. Don't foresee anything else happening here. Verdant Catacombs, fetch, Commercial District. Sowing Mycospawn. I will grab you, so keep you on top. Temple, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do think maybe the Mycospawn is correct. Main reason being is that yes, it dies to Writhing Chrysalis if they attack in and then try and ramp, but it also ramps me further into Emrakul, which I think is going to close out the game because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mycospawn will be 9, 10, 11. So it'll be very close. Actually, we can do it like this. Now, I do want to count card types in their yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They actually are one soul land off of an Emrakul themselves. So I might actually need to go Bojuka Bog. Try and slow things down a bit. The problem is if they do end up kicking a Mycospawn next turn, let's say they have land Mycospawn, they'll hit one of my soul lands and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do one short on the breaker is the only problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So I think maybe we do need to go with the Eldrazi Temple after all. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So short of a Rumble hitting the right cards, I don't think they'll have the Emrakul this turn. Opponent's going to concede. Okay. So this is Gruul Eldrazi Ramp versus Gruul Eldrazi Ramp. Win for game 1. Imagine our sideboards are going to look very similar as well. We'll cut the returns. Bring in Stone Rain. We've actually been discussing Crumble to Dust, which I do find interesting, but I'm not sure about it. Stone Brain, cutting to Chrysalis. Looking at sideboard one more time. Yeah, I think this is about it. We'll keep one Chrysalis in and run it back. On the draw for game 2, I mean, this is a turn 2 Stone Rain, turn 2 Command, so this seems good to me. Looks like they'll pass, we'll draw. Ghost Quarter as well. Yeah, this seems good. We'll pass and put a pause on end step. But I guess there's no way that they attempt to Stone Rain my Verdant Catacombs. I would be shocked and appalled. But I mean, it's possible. So I guess I'll hold up the ability to respond. Just on the off chance they try and catch me off guard. Okay. So looking like a Command X1 maybe? Again, seems a bit slow. I would have expected a Rumble if I was them. World Breaker, not doing enough right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, yes, and eventually. But I think for now we do bin the Breaker. I would like some more enablers if I can help it. Oh, this one Mycospawn. Okay. Well, we'll end up tucking the Breaker. And then we are going to Stone Rain the Temple. So you'll have Command X1, you'll have 2 mana. So we set you back 1 for all intent and purpose. They may have been banking on that soul land for 6 mana next turn. If they don't use the spawn, I think we do exile it, but if they also have another soul land, then we do have Ghost Quarters as well. Let's let them back 1. Yep, there's the temple. They do end up using the spawn after all. So there's likely a non-kicked Myco spawn. Or maybe not. Okay, Stone Rain for a Stone Rain, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, I suppose. That is what this matchup is at the end of the day. Question is, who has advantage here? And that I can't actually tell you based on the current board state at hand. Funny enough, I think I might be one of the few people running this version of Stone Rain. So it might actually be a 1-for-1 of my list, which is really funny to me if that's the case. That'd be kind of insane. Not gonna be able to work with Emrakul right now. Another temple, so yeah, we need to Myco spawn here, non-kicked. Let's actually grab a lab and imprint the Devour. I mean, I did 5-0 last night, so it is actually really possible this might be a 1-for-1 list. We know for certain if we saw Gemstone Caverns. Now the question is, do you have another soul land? Yeah, but you don't have the... Okay, that is fine. You have to tick up with Karn. I guess you could go for Bridge. Otherwise you lose Karn. Almost wish this Ghost Quarters was not in my hand so I could grab it for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're going to be significantly short on Emrakul, which is good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll play the Cavern. Kick the Myco spawn. Get rid of the temple. And I will grab another temple. Let's attack down Karn. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're short on bringing back World Breaker and casting it, unfortunately. Take Karn down. Like I said, it could be a bridge. Would be another sign if it is actually my exact list. I'm actually really curious if it is now. I mean, even if they bridge, they won't be enough because they'll go up to 5. A land will put them down to 4. They would need a 1-drop Utopia. So Utopia Sprawl plus. I mean, it's definitely not outside the realm of possibility. I guess either that or Kozilek's Command. And they wouldn't be able to scry draw. So they do grab bridge, but is it enough? Karn's most likely down. Foothills fetch. Stomping Grounds, yes. So bridge now on... yeah, you got it. That talisman got you there. Alright. Misty Rainforest. I think I might actually grab this, or might play as Ghost Quarter. Yeah, then that will allow me to sacrifice the Gemstone Cavern for the World Breaker. I actually want to do that now is the funny part, lest we get blown out by a K command, but it won't be able to actually play it. So let's Ghost Quarter. And then 1, 2, 3. So I can play the Talisman. The 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's right just to hold it up just in case. Yeah, the Talisman's not doing anything underneath Karn. So we will go to their upkeep. Draw. Ghost Quarter, their temple. Alright, move the main phase. Rumble. Rumble resolves. Any of those are selectable. None of them are great, however. But you definitely want to keep your hand light. But I mean, they have to see that we're going to play World Breaker next turn. I'd be shocked if they didn't. Chooses Talisman of Impulse. Talisman of Impulse. Fetch. 4. Stomping Grounds. Okay, so it's not my list. This actually might be Gobern's list then, because they run 2 Stomping Grounds. Another Talisman. They're empty-handed. It just comes down to they tick up Karn on a Talisman to protect it. Yeah, that'd be the only issue if they do that. Yeah, that's a little bit frustrating because now if we exile Bridge, they can Karn. Well, I will still grab the World Breaker. We'll sacrifice the Gemstone. Break of the hand. Now Bridge is insulated. Or more accurately, Karn is. Well, I think we just have to force the situation. We'll get rid of Bridge. We'll tick down Karn, grab another Bridge. Or rather, re-grab Bridge. I'll play my Misty Rainforest. And attack with the Sowing Myco spawns. Attack at Karn. I mean, we right now have advantage. But I'm curious on how many types they have in Yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Soon to be 7 with the Talisman. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yee. Not thrilled by that prospect, no am I? Actually about to be 15, but one's going to scoop it up. I mean, they had the ability to bridge again, so I'm not sure why they would, but hey, I'll take the W. Clean to a victory in the mirror match. With that said, we'll be back for match 2. Alright, and we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. It's a little bit awkward. Not the biggest fan of it, but it is keepable. We have some decent interaction. We can ramp into a Myco spawn on turn 3, World Breaker on turn 4, right? That's 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, so, I mean, that's what it's looking like. I'll keep it, hoping that we draw into something else, though. Not Writhing Chrysalis, but Templar Labs. We really want a soul land here, if we can help it. Thoughtseize? Kozilek. So this is probably Necro Dominance. I mean, they take Utopia Sprawl, which does actually genuinely hurt. Ghost Score is not going to do much here because it's all basics. Karn. Yeah, I'm sensing that we're probably going to end up losing this one, but we'll find out. I'm not horribly hopeful. What the fresh what? Sorry, some dial-up noises just started in my head of trying to figure out what the hell I'm playing against. Fascinating. Huh. So we'll go up to 5, 6. Sowing Mycospawn can then block. So I'm tempted to Karn tick down Liquimetal. Then play land, Sowing Mycospawn, land, Liquimetal tick up. Pass. No idea what I'm playing again. Seeing Scavenging Ooze in today's day and age is a rarity. Underground Mortuary. If they hit a freaking creature, I swear. Be so unfortunate. Keeps it on top, so that works out. The Sage you. Well, that's just rude. Grab the Commercial District, though. Once up Teeth to the Grave. So let's have to play the Sowing Mycospawn. Karn did 1. Draw. 7-mana value spell would work. Return also does work. Interesting thought. Well, we'll take up of Karn. I can't go Liquimetal. So I think we just go Misty Rainforest Pass? Either that, or we could just return right now. I'm not sure there's a reason to. Right now they can't grow the ooze. Huh. Okay. You can attack that Karn. Okay, return. Okay. You have Maya. Invasion of Ikoria X2. Non-human creature. Enters search library for a human and or graveyard. Okay, well you can just grab back ooze. And put it onto the battlefield. Oh. Oh. I understand now. How utterly fascinating. Vampire Hexmage Invasion of Ikoria. I remember that being talked about when the battles were first revealed. But it's been a hot minute since I've even given thought to them. I will actually fetch here. Once again, deck thinning is technically not a thing, but it is relevant at times. Temple. Unfortunate. Yeah, I guess we just sowing Mycospawn here. Given that it can grab back from graveyard, I am thinking about grabbing Bajuka Bog. At the same time, if we draw into a 7-mana value spell, we're going to want that. So I think we just go Temple, because it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, no, we can go Bog. We'll go Bog. Get rid of a Yard. Just on the off chance. Bobble me, yep. Vampire Hexmage, yeah, was not expecting that. We'll pass. Why the Yavimaya, though? Like, they probably don't need it, but why? Maybe an no? Yavimaya usually has something that it interacts with specifically. Ashaya? No. Not sure. Very peculiar. Bug. Surprised they didn't get rid of my graveyard. They must need all 5 mana. X equals 3. Okay. What are we playing against? X equals 3. I guess could be like Fulminator Mage, but having that main seems odd. Tarmogoyf. I see. 'Tis the Goyf. Okay. Another sowing Mycospawn. Let's kick it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to get a sense for why they have Maya. I guess we just can get rid of it and call it a day. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This will be 12, potentially 13. Yeah, I guess we'll grab the temple after all. And there's no reason not to play the liquid metal here. Now we can double block the Goyf. I mean, I'll double block. That's what you want. They could have a combat trick or a way to get one more typing yard. I don't exactly want to give you a battle. Fascinating. Okay, Nethergoyf. Yeah, I don't exactly agree with that play. No reason to play the temple right now, so I'll just pass. So like Golgari Saga question mark? They attack, then they will grow it with the foothills. Think that's the idea? Yep. So the 3/4 now. Mortuary could even grow even further to a 5 or 4/5. I like something good off the top here. That is not it. I'll play the temple, or talisman rather. Alright. We'll have the ability to respond in case it becomes relevant with Ghost Quarter. Shadow Spear. Okay, so they can grow it to a 4/5 now. Lifelink and Trample. We have a ton of good cards in our deck that we can hit right now. What the hell? I'll play the Temple. No reason not to. This reminds me of a game I had yesterday where I was just like, okay, I have all the mana in the world. I can play anything in my deck. Haywire Might. Yeah, that's fine. You can get rid of Codeine, Utopia Sprawl, what have ya. Oh, they get their flipped battle then, don't they? For each non-human creature you control, you may have that creature responds combat damage as though it weren't blocked. So I would really like a Devourer off the top. Watch be another land. Mega Spawn's not bad, but it's not great either. 2, 3. Actually, I can just go 2, 6. We'll get rid of the Overgrown Tomb. So we're going to hit by 4, 8, so 4, 12, 13. It's kind of where we're at right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll grab a Sanctum of Ugin. Yeah, I got nothing here. So are they going to go after the battle again or my life total? So that it weren't blocked. I imagine my life total. It's like blocking here is pretty pointless, right? Read this again. May deal combat damage to defending player. As though it weren't blocked. Yeah, so we just take it. No point in blocking them. Down to 7. Overlord the Balemerc. Fascinating. So this will probably grow the Netherglyph. Why not play that beforehand, though? Yeah. You did grow it. You can grab a Bowmasters. Alright, so I really could use a Devour. I mean, any 7 mana value spell here is good. Okay, so this actually works out. So, how do we want to do this? I can... Actually, this is fascinating. We can do a lot here. Because I can get rid of the Shadow Spear, clear the board with Kozilek's Return, right? I can then pick up another 7 mana value spell, probably a Devourer of Destiny, to get rid of the big one. The... whatchamacallit? Zilortha? I could also just make Zilortha... Huh. The only thing is I want to get rid of this Netherglyph. And the only way to do that would be to... Actually... No, they can grow it one more. So even if I were to exile the Shadow Spear, they can grow it. No, they have an artifact, they have a creature, they can't. So I exile the Shadow Spear, Goyf will die to return. The only issue here is the Overlord of Baelmerk. I do want to attack, but I do fear them X on something with the Haywire Might. So let's cast Worldbreaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will go Return, Sanctum, Worldbreaker, exile Shadowspear. I'll shrink the Goyf. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, so we are short on that. So we'll go with a Devourer of Destiny. Yes. Ugin Lab. No imprint. And last one. Exile you. One card remaining in hand. Bowmasters, yes. Okay. Well, we have control of the game again. Our health total isn't pretty. What are you casting here, friend? For 3. Okay, escaping another Goyf. That's fine. Baelmerk, yep. Another K return. I'll attack with Devourer and leave back the Worldbreaker. Well, in response, another goes at 4/5. Would like to finish this off before that Overlord of Baelmerk enters the field. I mean, Devourer, Worldbreaker, Emrakul, all good here. Witherbloom Command. Mills 3 cards, and then... Wait, you're making me mill 3? Oh, no, you're just draining me. I see, I see. I understand now. So I'm down to 4. This is a 5/6. Overload Baelmerk. There it is. I will attack with Devourer. Four, 5, 6, 7. Unfortunate that you grew that one more, though. Because now the return isn't doing anything. I'll get rid of the Overlord. More worried about that right now than I am the Netherglyph. I can always double block that, and I get a sense that you only have so many types that you can put in the yard. Go to combat. Verdant Catacombs for an underground mortuary. Nope, they whiffed. Basically need a way to deal with this World Breaker. Graveyard Trespassers, fine. Grabs a Mycospawn. I feel like you should have grabbed the return. But I see what you're going for. The problem is that you don't have enough blockers. So, I mean, we just attack all in and you lose? Yeah? I'm not crazy for thinking that. That's lethal damage on board. I mean, yeah, we'll do it like this. Okay. So I'm not really sure what to think of this deck. It's Golgari something, but I'm not sure what. Not sure what their overarching game plan is. I mean, as we saw the battle with Vampire Hexmage, everything's probably non-humans. We saw Overlord of the Baelmerk, Netherglyph, Tarmogoyf, so it's kind of like Boomer Golgari, like Jund without bread, basically. So maybe we just bring in the return and down a Karn. Maybe Karn is fine, since it's more mid-rangey. Yeah, maybe just keep as is. I'm not sure. On the draw for game 2. It's not bad, it's not great. It's a turn 3 Chrysalis and a turn 4 Mycospawn as it stands. I'll keep it. We also have a way to shrink their board with Bojuka Bog, so not like the worst hand in the world. What would make it better is a good question. Inquisition or Thoughtseize? Thoughtseize. I'm not sure actually what you want to take here. Mycospawn is one of my threats. Quote unquote, it's a payoff. Karn's also a payoff. Writhing Chrysalis is a blocker as well as enabler, or more accurately, ramp. It's a ramp and threat. Can also kind of act as a late game payoff. It can grow very large very quickly. Though it does die in a fatal push, shoot the sheriff, what have you. So give and take there. Yeah, Mycospawn kind of makes sense here. A lab. Last no 7-drop. End step. Ooze. Tis a scooze. Verdant Catacomb, Commercial District. Let's see what we have on top. I will take the command. My Eldrazi Temple and pass. Scoozing the Myco spawn, yep. And I'll take it. Okay. Draw. Kozilek's return. So we go Wooded Foothills. Let's fetch for a forest. And let's play Chrysalis. Shoot the sheriff. You got him. Still did its job by ramping, so I'm not too upset by that. We'll take between 3 and 4 damage here. Only 3. Get a sense that we might see that battle plus Vampire Hexmage. Maybe not. X1. Is it X or less? So I guess it could be Dryad. It might be down a land. Nethergoyf. Okay, that's fine. Worldbreaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, we do have enough Worldbreaker, but I think I'm gonna sandbag it. We can play Karn and still hold up Command X2. Play Karn. Minus Karn. We go Tormod's Crypt here. Shrink the Goyf. So the Goyf currently is not a threat then. Probably still want to exile that Skoos though. Go for that Karn. We'll block. And we'll block. Done. Command X2. Done. There's no damage to Karn. Fatal Push a spawn. We'll sack it. One, two, three, four, five. Once again, not too worried about that right now, so we'll minus Karn. Grab Lickle Metal. Yeah, I think this makes more sense. Gives me access to the return. Do we even want to bother bogging you right now? Probably not yet. We'll probably get rid of their black source on upkeep. Could have a fatal push. Yes, that is fine. Tempted to just command or crypt and then return here, but we could also wait. And we can just wait. Actually, there might be an argument not to. Misty Rainforest. Forest. Crypt you. And return. Pause on end step, more or less. Yeah, I don't think they have a way out of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are short one, though. I'll return it nonetheless. And opponent scoops it up. All right, another clean 2-0 victory against, I'm going to say, like, Golgari. Like, Boomer Jund isn't really a Golgari Midrange, yeah. Golgari Midrange. That's what we're going to call it. That said, we'll be back for match 3. Alright, and we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1, and with Gemstone Caverns in hand. I like this. So we are going to keep this. There's a lot we can do here. So we're going to reveal Devourer, reveal Gemstone, play Misty, Utopia Sprawl. So now it depends on what we find with Devourer, but this seems pretty good. We also could just get rid of a Karn. I wonder if that might be better since we do have a second copy. We most often don't need to. So that might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I think I'll do that instead of the Devourer. We'll feed a Karn to the get Gemstone. So reveal, play, Karn, pass. It's Belchin time. Okay. So we want to get Karn out ASAP. I mean, a second Utopia Sprawl will help with that. So we'll grab Utopia Sprawl. We go Misty Rainforest. We'll need to fetch with the Misty Rainforest for Forest. So Utopia Sprawl, green, red, Utopia Sprawl, green for green. Pass. So now we have Karn on 2. Let's see if they hold up for Jawari Disruption. That'd be my main concern. Sporadic Spring Shock. Thunder Trap Trainer, so a whatchamacallit, Lotus Bloom, okay. They'll suspend the Lotus Bloom. So I'm worried most about Flare of Negation. Well, this works instead, because now we can just put him down a land. Put him down a land or cast Karn. I think we put him down a land here. And down the white source. And I think we'll go with a commercial district. We have 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could grab the Devourer. Actually, yeah, Ghost Quarters. It's one of the reasons why the card's in the deck. Ghost Quarter good. We'll have them draw. And then we'll Ghost Quarter. Everyone scoops. So this looks like Azorius Belcher. Win for game 1. I'm telling you, Gemstone Cavern, it's really good. So Stone Rain in, Brain in. I think I might as well, right? Let's take a look. Belcher. Yes, of Might, Stone Rain, and Stone Brain. And we cut Chrysalis and Return. Okay, let's run back. On the draw for game 2. The hand's a bit awkward. Like, yeah, we can Stone Brain, but then we push him onto a mid-range game plan. We have no recourse thereafter. I think we do mulligan this, unfortunately. I'll keep this. Bog's not really doing much here. And then the question is what we pitch for Cavern. Probably the Talisman. We want that Forest. So yeah, Gemstone Cavern, pitch the Talisman, and pass. So now we can rumble onto. Yup, hitting those 11%. Yeah, I think it's 11%. 1 out of 60 with 7. Something like that. Draw. Got the Talisman back. I will rumble. Will you force the rumble? Right now we need a payoff. Myco Spawn would be good, even if not kicked for Ghost Quarter. We'll put a threat on board and threaten them. Or we'll put a threat on board and get rid of a land, rather. Okay, they will force. We'll pass. They pitched a Flare of Denial, so I'm not upset about that. I'll probably just hold up the Kozilek's command next turn. Do we need to be worried about Jawar Disruption, though? Maybe not. Okay. World Breaker. Alright. Thinking. Command X2 here might be correct. It would allow us to play around Disruption. But it could play into a Force, but if they Force here... Commandeer also is a thing. We could also just Talisman then X1. It would be pretty similar, but also plays into a Spell Snare. So I think we just hold the command and see if they play a 2-minute value spell next turn. But we do want to get this breaker on board. Bolt. So that tells me they have a whir. So let's attempt to resolve. Let's see that whir. I guess they wouldn't whir now. Let's see if they have a counterspell. It would mean that they wouldn't be able to play whir, which is important. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's go top, top. Now they need a consign. Top, top, shock. And I'll get rid of the Seagate. So now they end up with 5. If they can sign, they can't whir. And we have Rumble to dig if we don't draw into anything of relevance. There's consign, so no whir. We'll pass. Next turn we'll play the Rumble most likely. That'll leave us with, what, 4 for Eldrazi. I kind of would like a land off the top, because then that would mean that if we do end up rumbling over a Karn, we could play Karn. So I think that would be ideal here. Opponent's thinking hard here. So I feel like they have the 4th land and the Charbelcher. Maybe not. So I do feel like they have the whir, though. Yeah, green. Red. You still have a green here. Unfortunate about the Karn. So I think we have to grab the Myco Spawn. We'll cast the Myco Spawn. That way we can grab Ghost Quarter. Let's see the whir. So if they have the untap, an untapped land, then they'll win. Let's Ghost Quarter, and I'll get rid of Sporadic Springs. So they don't have the win right now based on board. An untapped land does get them there, though. Tameshi will as well. Yeah, so Tameshi will get them there, I think. Because that's 3. And then plus 2, 5, 7. So yes, that should be the win. And fortunately, like I said, the best thing that we could have drawn into was a land off the top, so we could have played Karn if we rumbled over it. And we just didn't have it. Unfortunate. Because they also can replay a land. Is my math right? So yeah, they go up to 6, go up to 7. Then they can play a land for 8. Maybe I should have gotten rid of that. Oh, Archaeologist? Okay, so they don't have it. Well, there's Charbelcher now. Though, non-land card, yeah, Charbelcher. So they have it now. Shock. 3. 6. Okay, so they definitely have the win. Because now they plus 2 to 7. Yep, then 4. Yep, okay, so they have it. I'll get a peek at their deck at least. I mean, would have there been an argument for holding up the command instead of going Ghost Quarters with the Myco Spawn? There could be, right? We sussed out the whir, but if they had Charbelcher in hand, then it wouldn't have mattered. Clearly they didn't, but we didn't know that. Okay. No, looks pretty stock for Azorius Belcher. So, lost for game 2. Unfortunate. I think the difference of between winning and losing that was 1 land off the top. The Karn would have cinched it. Clinched it? Cinched it? Is cinch a word? I feel like it is. I think the word I was looking for is clinched it. All right. So, I mean, I don't imagine they bring much else in. They've seen everything they need to see. Nothing else that we really need to bring in. I mean, I guess I could argue the Soulish Jailer. On the play for game 3. Cannot keep that, mulligan. We can keep this, but we need to land a lab off the top. That's kind of where we're at. And of course, that also requires me to dodge Flare of Negation and so on. So I'll keep... We'll pitch a Forest. Pitch a World Breaker. Done. They also went down to 6. Like I said, we really need to see a lab off the top. Reveal Devourer, trigger. There's the lab you're looking for. For red. So they need a force specifically. I guess also a consign would work if they have an untapped blue source. They're thinking of playing a dangerous game and forcing this, which could be interesting. It would stop turn 2 Karn. And I think that might be what they're most worried about. But that also means now they don't have a flare and force for Karn. So give and take, right? Wooded Foothills, pass. I can't play Harbinger this turn, so pause on end step. Do you hold up 2 or not is the question. I think the best thing we could find off the top is a Sowing Myco spawn. They hold up 1. I feel like that tells me they have a consign. Either that or Spell Snare. Breaker's not doing it. That's going to grave. Gemstone friend, you are not exactly the best here right now. I mean, I think we just need to play it. See if they have it. They do not. They have no threats on board. So we can go a couple different routes. We can threaten them with coding. We can also grab Disruptor Flute. We can Chalice of the Void, but that only stops them from suspending it, not from worrying it, right? I mean, Disruptor Flute is just good redundancy. I'll go Liquid Metal. Land Destruction in this matchup is very strong. Bolt, and then Harbinger? Yes, that is fine. So let's start by playing the coding. See if that gets countered. It does not. I'll minus with Karn. Now, Soulish Jailer is an option. Yeah, I think we grab Soulish Jailer. And then pass. Pause on end arms, upkeep, and pass. Flaji. There's the whir. But it might be late now. Opponent scoops it up. Alright. Solid matches. I mean, we lost game 2 by a hair, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think that also could have been just considered, like, there's a possibility where it may have been right to just local metal coding, tick up on a land, tick up with Karn, and call it a day. But hard to say. Leave a comment down below if you think there's a different line that I should have taken to better insulate me. Because I think the only thing that I was concerned about was if they had a sporadic springs to bounce the jailer and then hit the Karn, right? So that was like my main concern there. So it was risky, but it did pay off. But was it the most efficient or effective play? That one I'm not sure about, so leave a comment down below. That said, we'll be back for match 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4 on the draw for game 1. And as soon as my opponent showed up, they disappeared. So we'll be back once they've returned. Alright, we're back, as is our opponent. This hand looks good. Okay, second look, maybe not. I was thinking that I had a forest and I don't. So what makes this hand good? Temple, a forest, a... Temple and forest would really be, so that's like 13 hits. Yeah, Temple Forest would be what we really want here. So I think we can keep it though. I'm not expecting much Oculus out and about right now. So like this still allows us to then rumble on 2. So I think we keep it. Reveal the Devourer and pass. I said I'm going to run into Oculus. But with Winds of Teeth, I'm going to say it's probably Energy instead. Either that or the Mirror Match. Could be the Mirror Match. Energy. Goddess Souls? Oh no. Hold up, friends. This is hammer time. Ooh. I need this Kozilek's command online yesterday. Alright, let's find a forest. We do not find a forest, but we do find a temple, so we'll grab the temple. Alright, lab, imprint, talisman, pass. Pass. Okay, so no Sigarda's Aid. That's what that turn 1 tells us. So I'm going to imagine a Pure Steel Paladin instead is what they're going for. That would be my guess. Question is, how quickly can they equip it? Could also see a Stoneforge Mystic on turn 2. Okay, double planes. There's the Mystic. They're going to grab the Cauldron Complete. So, oh, a Nettle Cyst. Interesting. So I do want to get rid of Stoneforge. Another Devourer. So we can get rid of Stoneforge and also Rumble. So let's do that. Actually, do we want to do that is a good question. Actually, it's mana neutral, isn't it? So yeah, makes sense too. Ooh, this makes it interesting. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we'd be close, but we would be short. So I think I do grab the forest here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, he's so close. I'll grab the forest, though. Alright, and hold the ability to respond. This way they play the Nettle Cyst, we can exile the Germ. And they play Pure Steel Paladin, we can exile the Pure Steel. And so Teeth Fetch. Imagine they just play the Nettle Cyst. Yes, and we can pass. So play Forest. Ooh, Opal. Okay. Not thrilled about that. Okay, return. Well, we will Utopia Sprawl for red. And this will be enough. 5, 6. I guess I can actually, hold up. So we can, nope. Devourer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Devour Phyrexian Germ Token. And then Utopia Sprawl for green. Pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a land for the Devourer. So Pure Steel Paladin is a concern now. Okay. Yep. Okay, it's white-blue hammer. So this is 10, 14. So it would be a 14-2. So it's a 4-6 flyer as is. Another hammer, 5-7 flyer. So now I can't attack. Okay, a 6-8 flyer. Criminy. I need a World Breaker. I mean, yeah, that works too. I think we want to dig. Is there a world where I want to just go for, I guess for Karn. We can also hold up the return, I suppose. No, I think I will just dig fully. They would need something with haste to be able to make it work. So there's the Karn, ironic, but I think it would have been too deep for me to find Emrakul. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we do have the Emrakul, we do have the Karn. So I think we top and top. Am I worried about something of haste? I don't think so. Nothing here gives anything haste. So we'll go to combat, swing with the Devourer, and pass. Saga, that's fine. In that case, I think I will just go with Karn. So we can cast Karn the Great Creator. GG's. Minus Karn. Let's get rid of that Saga. No tokens for you, friend. Down to 5. Lethal on board. And an Emrakul in hand. Alright, so Azorius Hammer time. Win for game 1. Do I even have Cyber Guide for Hammer Time? It's been a hot minute since I've seen that. I do not. So, how do we want to proceed with this? Are there any changes that we actually want to make? I could argue Chalice, maybe. Brain is not the answer. We could argue Haywire Might, but Return also still is good. Takes out Esper Sentinels, Pure Steel Paladins, Ornithopters, etc. Not enough for me to cut anything for the 4th, I don't think. We could bring in the 1 Chalice. I think that's where I'm thinking right now. I think it's usually too late once Karn's on board to grab Chalice for 1. So I think this is correct. I'm debating maybe cutting actually the Mycospawn rather than the Chrysalis here. Main reason being the Chrysalis has reach, so it is relevant into the face of an Inkmoth Nexus. I guess then again, a kicked Mycospawn also deals with it, but a non-kicked one not so much, though. We have Ghost Quarters, so give and take, but maybe I think the 3/3 should be fine. The Chalice should be good. Yeah, I think this might be fine. Maybe a Haywire Might. Maybe you should run in Haywire Might. That's only the last thing that I would have maybe brought in. On the draw for game 2. Hand's not great. I'm going to mulligan this. This is better. If we find a command, I'd love it. Green source as well. We can drop an Emrakul. Yeah, this looks good. Actually, you might want to... do we want to keep the Emrakul or the Devourer available? I want to say probably the Emrakul, just because we have the Rumble. If we find a green source, that would be good. So we'll dump an Emrakul, tuck the Emrakul, and then set up our draw. Opponents think if they want to go down to 5. So we have the choice between a force and a command, which we grab. Probably the command. It's higher impact overall. Since they are Azorius, we do need to be worried about Spell Pierce and Consign to Memory. Potentially Spell Snare, but I think that would be overboarded. They keep their 6. I'll keep as well. Tuck the Emrakul and reveal the Devourer and pass. Opponent's thinking. What you thinking about, opponent? Hallowed Fountain, tapped, pass. Okay. And an Ornithopter. And... oh no. I was thinking like maybe an Opal, maybe a Bauble. Devourer, trigger. Well, okay, so we were... Jesus Christ, we literally just talked about this. The command's correct. So we'll grab the command. Uggin's Lab. Imprint. The Devourer. Hold up the command. Saga. Okay, so that's a mid-range game plan available to them. Opal. Okay. So no Metalcraft yet. Note that keyword. Yeah, sure. Attack. No Sigarda's Aid. Writhing Chrysalis. Well, I'll hold up the command again. A little bit worried about that Hallowed Fountain and potentially that Opal once Metalcraft is online. Saga. Inkmoth. Very worried about you. Chrysalis would be nice to get on board. The question now becomes, do we play into... What do they have where we sit back on this command? I think we sit back on the command and let them overextend. Play Temple. And it's a big command. We'll make a construct. That's a 3/3 beater. I'm just more worried about what this Ink Moth can do. No, they don't have Sigarda's Aid. But they do have Metalcraft now online. Right now, what I'm most afraid of is that Ink Moth Nexus. Because that can outright kill me if they have a way to attach. The question is whether or not they can back it up with something. Whether that be a Consign, Spell Pierce, etc. I think if we do get forced in a position to cast this command, we do keep 2 mana up. I'll have to keep up the Ugin Lab. Opponent's thinking hard about whether or not they want to make a construct, though. I don't imagine they do. I imagine they just grab the hammer and smack me in the face with the construct. Okay. There's the hammer, as expected. I wonder if they have a Pure Steel Paladin. So if they go Hollowed Fountain Opal for Pure Steel, animate the Ink Moth, equip the Colossus to Ink Moth, that should give me enough of an opening. Another Opal. That's a bit scary, though, because now we're put into a situation where they have backup. We're both... Okay, so I was right about the Pierce Steel, but I think I'm right about the Consign or Spell Pierce. Why the Ornithopter? That confuses me. Yes, that resolves. I guess they're worried about getting blown out with the Ink Moth. That's my only thought. Are not dead. Right? I feel like the Ink Moth is the right play if they have backup. Okay. I mean, they can't equip at instant speed. I guess they're just making the construct bigger? I mean, if we're gonna go for it, we go for it, right? Hold up 2 for the Spell Pierce. Do we block? No. We'll take the 4. We need a land off top. Actually, no, we don't even need a land off top. What the fresh what? Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's 16 damage, alright. That was unexpected, to say the least. Huh. Alrighty. Fascinating. Why didn't they attack? I guess they wouldn't have been able to do that with the Ink Moth, to be fair. Yeah. I mean, then why animate it? So confused by that. Very confused. End step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's no way to play the Emrakul. So yeah, I think we return this to hand. So we can deal with the Pure Steel. That way they can't equip it to the Ink Moth. That's interesting to me. No, it's not interesting enough. Alright, yeah, we had a Devourer. So we're going to be relying on top decks here. Because this 13/13 is a problem. We're forced to block. If they have a Shadow Spear, they win. Yep, block. Now it comes down what's on top. Another hammer. Return doesn't cut it. So we can Talisman. And then Rumble. So we have another blocker at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the very least, we can get the Sowing Mega Spawn, so yes, I'll grab the World Breaker. And pass. If they have a way to deal with the spawn, they win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need one land. Otherwise, we're just chumping for our lives. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, we could try Rumble again, but I think it's just right to Myco Spawn and kick. Puts us to 2, though. Not thrilled about that. Get rid of the Ink Moth. Do you have a consign? Surge. Okay. That is fine. I'm tempted to grab the Ghost Quarters just in case, though. Very tempted. I think it's necessary. Urza Saga, that is troublesome. You suck so much. Destroy target land. It doesn't matter whether or not it's a creature. The fact that it's land is what matters. And as infect, so it's not dealing damage, which is also an important thing to note. So I'll block. mean, if you have an instant way speed to swap that hammer over, I'm going to Ghost Quarter. In response. Pass. Now we need a land for the World Breaker. Rumble. Jesus. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Down to 1. I'll grab the lab. So we have 5 card types. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The problem is it's bigger than my Emrakul, so I think we do need to just tuck the Emrakul right now. And again, pass. And pray they can't kill the spawn. Some blockers. I've come to realization of something. I can't World Breaker. Fuck. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Return it to my hand just in case. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I should have tucked the breaker, I suppose. Because, yeah, I can't cast the World Breaker or the Chrysalis. That sucks. Can't cast the Rumble, can't cast nothing. Yeah, we concede. I mean, it would have given me a turn. So what did that turn look like? Not enough. Because they would have given me a turn. Maybe there is something from the saga that I could have done to get rid of the hammer. Maybe? Hard to say. Yeah, it's a bit of a misplay on my part. But I think we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Never seen a forest. Again, we questioned. We bring in the might for early interaction. I think we do. Maybe we could take back the chalice. No. I'll drop a chrysalis. Oh, that was so painful. Didn't see a single forest. On the play for game 3, I'll keep this. This is a turn 2 chrysalis, so now we just need to find some more payoffs, basically. Opponent's thinking. They're down to 6. All right. Lab. Imprint, Impulse, pass, pass. So Karn, Sowing Mycospawn, World Breaker, all good hits. Kozilek's Command. You have a ton of hits off the top. Rumble. Okay. Well, I'll fetch for a forest, so we aren't as painful right now. I think it's still correct to play the Chrysalis this turn. And next turn we can Rumble. One card type in yard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So not there for the Emrakul yet. Sacred Foundry, splashing red. Fascinating. So this is Jeskai Hammer. Return. We can lab. Rumble? Yeah, Ghost Quarters is tempting here. At the same time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 next turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So no matter what I grab, I'll have 13. So we'll grab Ghost Quarter. Alright. Pass it back. Is there a world where they can haste something? Not one that I can think of. No flash creatures either. So I think we just attack it with the Chrysalis. We also have a Kozilek's Return if desperately needed. Okay. They have to see that the Emrakul is a very real possibility next turn. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It would mean that we have to tap down the Ghost Quarter. So they play an Inkmoth Nexus. I'm a little bit more hesitant. Well, no. I think it's fine. Well, yes, it's still fine. Okay, no, we're still fine. We're still good to cast Emrakul, I think. They would need a consign to memory. Yeah. The main issue with this return and this Inkmoth is that it gets around, or they can get around the return in the instance of 2 hammers. I mean, Ghost Quarter shuts out Inkmoth Nexus, period. So the question now is, do we play the Emrakul? Return it to hand. Alright, well, let's play the Ghost Core. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We will not attack with the Chrysalis. Okay, and we'll stack the triggers like so. Well, let's see it. Do you have the consign? You do have the consign replicated twice. So that does mean Emrakul, and I guess a Writhing Chrysalis trigger. The good news is we can block the Inkmoth with the Writhing Chrysalis since it has reach, and then destroy it with the Ghost Quarter next turn. Okay. No attacks. Absolutely not. Pass. So I need removal for the Chrysalis. Inkmoth. The blocks. I imagine you have a hammer. The question now is, do they have protection? Secret Reach? Oh. That's funny as hell. That is funny as hell. Another Writhing Chrysalis. Okay, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we could have played this Talisman. I was a little bit inefficient. Would have actually been good to do so as well. We could have lab, and then held up for return. But I think we just hold up now for... Well... I think we actually do play the Talisman after all. And pass. It would have been good to hold up the Ghost Quarters in addition to. If they make another go at Inkmoth, we can attempt to return underneath the Colossus Hammer. Saga. Yes. So that will get them another hammer in 3 turns. Yes. Let's try this again. So in response, okay, worked out. Now we can get rid of the Saga. Another return. So I think getting rid of the Saga is correct here. combat, and we'll hold up the return. Pure steel, yes. You don't have metalcraft, however. We could be bold and attack. I think I will. Apply pressure to the board. Another pure steel. Okay. In response. They need to specifically consign. Okay. Windswept Teeth, fetch. Commercial District. For Karn. The combat. What kills me at this point? That's the question of the day, right? What kills me? I think we just go EE. I think that's correct. Go to their upkeep. And we got there. That was a tight match and a tight game. We got there. The reach from Writhing Chrysalis, I mentioned it during sideboard, how it is going to be significant, and it was. Good stuff. A little bit of a misplay by me, not playing that talisman earlier, but it thankfully worked out. Otherwise, good stuff. On to match 5 and our attempt at another 5-0. All right, and we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. One of the few times where I'd actually want to be on the draw. Yeah, because we were on the draw. Gemstone Cavern I would have kept. Probably had to exile the Devourer. Try to find a Templar Lab. Oh, that'd have been so good. Actually, probably would have had to exile a command and go for a Templar Lab. We'll mulligan this, though. But unfortunate. Still unfortunate here. 7-mana value spell would have made all the difference. We don't have it, though. Yes, we have 9 in the deck. So it's like a 1 out of 6 chance. A little less than, but not looking good. We'll mulligan one more time. Okay, we can keep this because we can go Sprawl. We can go Temple Lab. So I think he pitched the Talisman in the Lab here. That way we can hold up the return. Keep. So just in case we run into energy. Forest. Sprawl. On red. That pause made me question whether or not they might have a force. I think going in blind, assuming it's energy, is always correct. So this is either energy or it's storm. It's energy. Okay. Temple. Hold up command. And probably just go to end step, but we'll take it slow. Make sure we don't need to respond to anything like a Wear Tear. Or Thraben Charm. I guess it would be main deck Thraben Charm, yeah. Foundry Shock. And a Johnny. Tempted to just sweep the Johnny here, to be honest. I'd like for them to overcommit though, so I think we just go Command X2, exile a Johnny, and ramp, and hope we draw into something of relevance off the top. And Emrakul is relevant. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are 4 off of Emrakul. Well, we won't sweep unless we absolutely need to. What are we thinking here, opponent? There was an argument for sweeping there and then Kozilek's command X3 this turn instead. Not sure which would have been better. Leave a comment down below what you think. Should I have Kozilek's returned or commanded on opponent's end step? Because, like, if we had drawn to a 7-mana value spell, Karn. Let's see. 7-mana value spell minus Promise to be 7. So Mega Spawn's 11. Karn makes 15. Chrysalis. I mean, we have a lot of good options. Okay, there's the Johnny. Well, I'll let that be for now. Wooded Foothills. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At most we can push 11. I'm gonna fetch Wooded Foothills now. See what's on top. Nope. Don't need you. Yeah, so if they try and flip a Johnny, we have to return then. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're 1 soul land off. If they try and cast Bombardment, we will cast the return. Otherwise, we'll just take the 5 down to 12 and let them overcommit. Second main. Static Prison on what? Utopia Sprawl's fine. Oh, I messed up. I need to respond to float. Also, Pride, thank God. We almost got super punished. Yeah, I needed to float red in that moment. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, we're going to have to sweep soon here, right? Like, I feel like we're going to have to block this turn. So that's 4, 6, down to 6. It's getting dicey. Yeah, I think we are forced to block. Much as I don't like it. I'm going to push down to 10. They're currently at 7 permanents. So up to 8. Dugan's Lab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 10. I'll play the lab, no imprint. Hold the ability to respond. I'm needing to dodge a galvanic discharge is the thing. Down to 0 energy. That's 4, 5, 7, 3, which means Flage kills me. Let's play the K return. If they don't have the discharge, they must have a hella reactive hand. There's the discharge. Yeah. Maybe it's right to do to return sooner. Shock the Johnny. No red permanents. World Breaker. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank God for that noise. Let's see. 3, 4, 5. So 10. It'd only be 11. So we will break a return, breaker the parlor. Do we return? Could I have a Thraben Charm? No. I'll return. Why flip the white? Thalia? That'd be my initial thought. Also may have been a bit aggressive to return there. Probably could have held back, maybe. We want to make sure that if they're not playing creatures, that they're going to just be blocking for days. Down to 1 energy, Marsh Flats. So they're 1 land off of Flage. Season Pyro. So now they have blockers and multiple red permanents. So they'll start be able to shoot me. We're 1 short on the Emrakul. So maybe the best thing we can draw into here is a Malevolent Rumble. Yep, they hit me for 4 now. And attacking is no longer an option either. Ugh. Okay. We found the Rumble. Okay, so this gets us creature. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, Misty Rainforest 13. Think that's correct. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Perfect. So yeah, maybe not returning was correct then. Because now we're between a rock and a hard place. Thankfully, I might be able to make this work in my favor regardless. Okay. Yeah, just block with a cat, so that's a moot point. Raven Charm. How much damage can I deal you? I can deal you 5. Well, first let's draw. Fable, Thraben, Bombardment. So, go to main phase. Trigger. No. Give me back my Utopia Sprawl. Utopia Sprawl on red. Forest. So we can Thraben Churn their graveyard, get rid of Flage, right? I can attack in with the Seasoned Pyro and the Elemental Token and then hit their own Ajani. Otherwise, I can deal 5 damage to them, then Thraben Charm or Bombardment 10 damage to them. Actually, I could deal 5 damage to them, sack all their creatures, and target Ajani. That might be correct. Yes. So if we go Ajani 0. Now the only thing that I worry about then is they can Ajani flip, put me down to 4, put me down to, actually they put me down to 3, put me down to 2. That's what I worry about with that. But we would still be alive. How would they win? Bombardment might be correct. So yes, play the Bombardment. I would have loved another land. We'll 0 Ajani. Ajani target self. Well, no, targets you, that'll be 5. Then sack all Bombardment at Ajani. Same difference, regardless of how we do it. And then Bombardment, target Ajani, sack the Pyro. Bombardment, target Ajani, sack the Elemental Creature token. Bombardment, target Ajani, sacrifice the Elemental Creature token. Ajani down. Bombardment, target you, sacrifice the cat. Bombardment, target you, sacrifice the cat. Pass. I think the only way they win is if they go Ajani. That might be enough. Guide of Souls, Ajani. That might be enough. Shoot. Sack cat, target me to 4. Shoot. Is it enough? Oh no! It is. Damn it. Exactly enough. So, what was the other option? We could have had a Johnny hit itself, a Johnny down. We could have had multiple creatures attack in, but they still would have remained with 2. So they drew into a land and went land a Johnny, or land a Johnny bombardment. They would have had enough to kill me as well. Was the alternative to play a Johnny? Oh, hold on. How much damage were they at? We let them 5, 7. They're at 18? Was there a world where we played a Johnny, they had 5, went up to 7. So 7 damage down to 11. No, it still wouldn't have been enough. If we had 1 land, it would have been. Ah, damn. Yeah, let me know down in the comments your thoughts. What was the right move there? Was it just to, like, have a Johnny kill itself and then Thraben Charm, getting rid of Flage, attack in with 2? Would that have been right? Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, we'll bring in a return. Got a Karn. Not much else to do. Like, I think I went for the win. If they had drawn a land, I don't think they would have had it. It was specifically the 1 mana creature spell that got them there. On the play for game 2. Mulligan? Not looking great. We got 2 draws with Windswept Teeth. I think we Mulligan. Actually, I'll keep this. It's pretty reactive, and we specifically do need a 7 mana value spell off the top. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I could have done there. Commercial District, they found the Flage off the top. Mega Spawn is not enough right now. 7 mana value spell, please. There we go. So we can play Lab, Tuck Devourer, and hold up both command and return. Guide of Souls, Ragavan. Yes, that is fine. And then we'll return. This allows me to freely cast Karn next turn, basically. Utopia Sprawl's mana neutral. So there's a few things I can do here. I can grab Liquid Metal Coating and just hope they don't have a Flage in hand. If they have a Flage in hand, Karn's dead. We get very little value. We can grab Tormod's Script and get some value. That gets rid of Flage in a yard. Might be correct. So let's grab Crypt and we can grab Liquid Metal Coating if Karn survives. There's a Johnny. Okay. No flip. Chrysalis. So I could play Chrysalis and return. Tempting. Minus Karn. And I'll grab the Liquid Metal Coating for next turn. I am tempted just to return here. Triggers. Pass. And opponent concedes. Okay. Lost, win for game 2. Boros Energy. Going to game 3. Thinking back to game 1, I wonder if I hadn't triggered the return when I did. I can keep this hand. Pass. Ocelot Pride, yep. So Lab, Imprint, Talisman, pass, and pass. Let's see what they have here. It really comes down to if Impulse stays on board next turn cycle. If it does, then we're in a good spot, because then we can rumble and hold up the return if needed. Opponent's thinking about something, either that or they're disconnecting, not sure which. Let's see. Land. You also need to be mindful of Charmaw. Arena of Glory, not thrilled to see that. Attack of Pride and pass. A Johnny. Okay, so we might need to return next turn. Another Mycospawn. Okay. So if we go Stomping Grounds, Shock, and then we return. Grab 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll be short 1. So maybe just go Breaker. And then return. Pass. And next turn we can cast so a Mycospawn not kicked. And depending on how many lands they have, will determine whether or not we grab a soul land or not. Okay, so that's 3, 4, so we can't grab a soul land. Another return. Wooded Foothills. Cast Sowing Mycospawn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we just grab a forest in case of a blood moon, maybe? And that plays around the Charmaw as well. Okay. Marsh Flats fetch. Elegant Parlor. Bombardment into Grave. So no Ajani in hand. That's what that tells me. Do you have a land? Do you have a Charmaw? They have the land. Do they have the Charmaw? They do not. What do they have in hand then? Commercial District? Well, there's a temple on top. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think at this point we play temple, we kick spawn. Actually, I'm a bit worried about a hasty Charmaw, but why would they not play it last turn, right? Yeah, that's my thought there. Besides, we can do this and get rid of Arena. And opponent scoops it up. Got there with a 5-0. Good freaking stuff. Back-to-back trophies for Gruul Eldrazi ramp. I'm telling you, this list feels solid. It feels consistent. It is good into a wide range of decks. I think this is the list I'm bringing to Portland. I think the only thing I consider tweaking at this point is the number of Writhing Chrysalists, whether it is 3 or 2. The only thing I'm considering is going down 1 Writhing Chrysalis for 1 Devourer of Destiny, or keeping it as is. The last thing I'm considering is whether or not we keep the Ghost Quarters, or if we move it back to a Cavern of Souls. Otherwise, deck feels fantastic. It's performing well. We made very few misplays throughout this entire league, and we got another 5-0 for it. With that being said, folks, if you did enjoy today's video, please do consider hitting that like button. Also, comment down below if you saw any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or just some general feedback. I am very happy to receive any advice, feedback, or otherwise. As far as much as I hope that you all are learning from me in both my successes and my failures, I'm hoping to learn from you all as well. And last but not least, but if you have made it to this point in the video, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. We are just now 310 subscribers strong. Oh, no, 300 and... How many subscribers? 390, I think? Yeah, getting my numbers mixed up. As of this moment in time, we are at 391 subscribers. So we just need 109 more subscribers to reach our 500 subscriber goal, in which case we'll be able to start monetizing this channel and its videos so I can start saving up towards a streaming PC so I can stream live on Twitch as well as upload the VODs over on YouTube. That being said, thank y'all as always, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!